Modern day slavery, human trafficking. The world has heard the word has come to be a dark word in our history. But is slavery really over? No, it's not. A new modern day slavery exists. It's called trafficking. Imagine a man is being forced against his will to work in a harsh environment for long periods of time for little food and little money, all in the hopes of a better person and having a better life. Or a child who is only 6 or 7 years old, an innocent little baby is being forced against their will to perform cruel sex acts for an evil and sick individual. Or a woman who has been promised by someone to come to a new country and have a better life. She's promised a better salary, a better way of life, a better way to help her family back home. And so she's excited and she gets ready. Then she arrives in that country just to find out that she's now a prostitute. She's beaten, held against her will, forced to do things that she would not want to do. Though these situations may seem extreme, they're not. They're closer to us than we would like to think. Human trafficking is a global problem. It's not an American problem, a Belizean problem, a Mexican problem. It's a global. The International Labor Force Organization estimates that over 20 in the last year. Of these 21 million, 14.2 million were trafficked for labor purposes. Of this 21 million, a whopping 4.5 million people were trafficked for sexual purposes. Of these numbers, 55% are women and girls, and 45% are men and boys. In 2016, the Center for Exploited and Missing Children in the United States of America has estimated that 1 6 child who is considered runaway will eventually end up being sexually exploited. They will end up being human trafficked. This is about 20% of all missing children. Though these statistics are for America, these statistics are real all around the world. In Belize, human trafficking is a problem. In China, human trafficking is a problem. All around the world, human trafficking that needs to be combated. How can human trafficking be combated? The signs must be learned. People who are trafficked are afraid and reclusive. They do not want to speak to others. They may be afraid of authorities such as policemen and immigration officers or anyone who has an authority that can get them into trouble. These people are afraid of their traffickers. These people may show signs of trauma, such as physical or mental abuse. These people are afraid and they won't speak to anyone. So you must see and learn the signs. Also, human trafficking can be combated through social media. It is estimated that 1.7 billion people are subscribers to the famous social media, Facebook. Imagine if you and I would click one video that spoke about we could reach millions of people with just one click. You are your brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. It is mine and your sacred responsibility to help combat human trafficking. Know the signs and try your best to meet with local authorities and also with policy and lawmakers to help in the combat against human trafficking. Earlier on this year, the famous actor Ashton Kutcher had addressed the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. This is what he said. He said, I've met victims that have been trafficked from Mexico, victims in New York, in New Jersey, all around the world. I've been on FBI raids and I've seen things that no person should have seen. I've seen video content of a child the same age as my child being raped. This child was so conditioned to her environment that she's engaging in play. The Department of Homeland Security was asking him, Ashton Kutcher, to help in the fight against human trafficking. He said he was just a normal person who happens to be an actor and had an organization to help in the fight against human trafficking. So, though Ashton Kutcher may seem regular, so are we. We have a sacred responsibility to help in combating of human trafficking. I urge you to learn the signs of human trafficking. Research more about human trafficking. Donate your time and your efforts and your monetary contributions to organizations who are combating human trafficking in your areas and your communities. We are our brother's keeper. Thank you.